guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Joanne. I make lifestyle and fitness kind of videos. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe down below. So it's another Sunday after church and we're about to start meal prepping. Again, I told you guys what happened. I lost weight and now we are bulking. So the goal is to get to 53 kgs by the end of March. If you want to follow the journey, follow me on TikTok or Instagram. There are more updates there like on a daily basis. So the goal is to eat high protein meals and that's what we're gonna aim for in this video. So I've already prepped some of the things. I've washed the chicken. We're making very simple recipes and we're gonna start with granola, which is an amazing snack to have if you're trying to gain weight because it's high in calories. I already posted the recipe on my TikTok and Instagram, so if you wanna see that, you can go follow me there or check it out there. I think I'll still do the measurements for you guys over here. So yeah, so let's get started.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want. My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown. I wanna know if she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime, it's not going where I want. It's some me time. Hope you know what you want. Crib by the beach like Odell. Over my killers don't tell. Shadow my mom, cause I New York the shelf. Now my bitch is the Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime, it's not going where I want. It's some me time. I don't know if you know what you want. Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months.
So as I is cooking, we're gonna now do the chicken, which is like the simplest recipe ever. I watched this recipe on Shoriwa Foods TikTok. We are basically just searing the chicken with a bit of oil. I'm using chicken drumsticks and chicken thighs. I bought 5 of each. So these, I think each is supposed to be around 23 grams of protein and we are aiming for high protein. I don't think we're supposed to season. Let me just check. Actually, we are not supposed to. Are we? Let me check. Yep, no seasoning, so we're just gonna throw it in.
Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast and you do what you want. In the meantime, it's not doing what I want.
So we're gonna leave that to sear as we prep the other ingredients. So we're gonna boil the water with some salt. And for the spaghetti, we're gonna use half a pack, which is around 200 grams. I'm just gonna measure so that I can key it in my food tracker. I'm using MyFitnessPal as my food tracker. That way I can get to know the macros in these meals. So I'm gonna measure like how much protein I'm consuming, how much carbs, how much fats. So it does all that once you clean your meals. And that is about 200 grams of spaghetti. 209, but don't have to be 100% unless you really want to. So once the water boils, I'm gonna add that there. I'll be prepping, wow, I'll be prepping the other ingredients which are onions, tomatoes, peppers. Anyway, let me chop that up. So I've roughly chopped up everything. For the pasta, I've used two onions, which are these two small onions or two medium-sized onions, two bell peppers. I wanted to use three. I thought I had a red and a yellow and a green, but turns out I only had a red and a green in the fridge. So if you have three, please use three. And then I've also used two tomatoes, and I've roughly crushed my garlic. You don't have to worry about the size of this because we're gonna cook and then blend them. And then the granola is at the halfway minute mark, so I'm gonna remove it and flip it over. So this is, oh God, I hope you can see. Anyway, I'll show you after. So I like it when my granola is browned on all sides. So now I'm just gonna flip to make sure everything else is well cooked or every other side is browned. So I'm gonna return it for another 10 minutes. So the spaghetti is good. We're gonna drain the water, but don't drain all of it. Save some of this. We're gonna use it later.
Anytime, doing what you want. In the meantime, I'm doing what I want. Just some me time. Doing what you want.
Time to brown the minced beef. Chicken is still cooking. I'm using a lean minced beef instead of the regular because I prefer low fat beef. So for the beef, we're gonna season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, black pepper, uh, some garlic powder. What did I put? Some paprika. Yeah, so that's it. And we're also gonna let this brown. For the minced beef, keep trying to separate it because if you don't, it's gonna clump up together. So I'm still waiting on the chicken. It's taking forever. I think I should have done it in batches. So once the chicken was browned, I added my onions and garlic, mixed it up a bit, just so that they wouldn't remain at the top. And then I added some paprika, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of honey. I forgot to add tomato paste, which was supposed to be added to this recipe, but it still turned out okay. So I mixed it up again, covered it, and let it cook for a few minutes, and the meal was cooked. And once the meat was browned or seared, I removed it from the pot and set it aside. And then in the same pot, I added my onions and the veggies, and I seasoned them with salt, black pepper, paprika, and garlic powder. I let them cook until they were soft so that we can blend them. So the onions, ho-hos, tomatoes, garlic are all cooked through. Now I want to blend them. You should probably wait for them to cool down before blending, but I'm not gonna do that. And then another way to just elevate this recipe is to add cream cheese. Like it really makes a whole lot of difference. I didn't find cream cheese at my local supermarket. So we're gonna have to deal with this the way it is. And then at this point is where you add the pasta water that you drained out. Oops. You don't need to use a lot, just a bit. And now we're gonna blend. This goes back to the pot. Also, the cream cheese is gonna add you more protein, so if you can get cream cheese, add the cream cheese. Then we're gonna add back our meat and our spaghetti. And literally just mix everything together and that the food is done.
Maybe I love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
Whew. So 1.5 hours later, we are practically done with the meal prep. So a few things I've not made is sweet potatoes for breakfast. My lady who sells me sweet potatoes doesn't open today, so I'm gonna have to buy that tomorrow and boil it tomorrow. That's gonna take me like, I only need to wash them and then put them on the stove and they'll be ready in no time. And then eggs, the eggs guy has not opened. I'm not boiling them. I practically eat 3 eggs in the morning and I just fry them on the pan. And I have carrots, I have cucumbers, I have mangoes. So when it comes, and I have avocados, when it comes to my veggies, the only thing I'll probably do is grate up the carrots, chop up the cucumbers. These days I just throw in whatever I need. One thing I lacked is baby spinach. I've been liking having baby spinach for breakfast. I didn't get that in the supermarket, so I'm gonna have to check at Carrefour tomorrow maybe, or I'm gonna have to find an alternative veggie for breakfast. So yeah, so that's basically it. So I want to have lunch. And yes, I have rice in the fridge, so I don't need to meal prep that. I always try to have rice in the fridge all the time because it's like my favorite carb. And if it's not rice, it's just potatoes, which I can always air fry. So yeah, so I'm gonna have my lunch and then I'm gonna relax until probably 4:30, and then I can clean this house, which is a whole mess. So I'll see you in a few. So I'm just from napping and now it's time to get up and clean the house a bit. I'm just wiping the floors, vacuuming the seat and the carpet. I'll try figure it out. So that's the task for the next 1 hour. And then I can relax, or not really relax, I literally have to edit. So yeah, so let me get started on that. I'm so sleepy. Music! Every time you call me crazy, I get more crazy. What about that? Fuck me up, don't let me down. You know I wanna be around. You tell me more and with my heart. You give me everything, so I crazy, I'm letting down my guard. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Cause if you ever wanna drown. So the house is a bit organized now. And the food has cooled down, so now I want to portion it out. I'm only gonna portion the pasta. So what I usually do, I'm gonna put like maybe a screen grab of this, is I go to MyFitnessPal and I key in every ingredient I have used, and it's automatically just gonna, like, once you input an ingredient, it's gonna come with its macros like carbs, protein, whatever, whatever. So I've already done that. And the whole, I've done the thing for the whole thing, like I've not portioned them out as, I don't know how to explain this. Like I've done the macros for the whole meal. So now I'm gonna weigh the whole meal, and then that's gonna help me find out how many macros I have per gram of this whole meal, and then I'll portion it out. If I portion it out to 200 grams, then I'll just come here. I'm gonna put a screen grab of this. I'm gonna come to MyFitnessPal and I'm gonna key in 200 grams, and it's gonna calculate for me the macros in that 200 grams. So I'm gonna weigh all this. This is a lot of food. And I don't even know if I have a sufuria for it. I think I'll use this. So this whole meal is 1876 grams. So I'm gonna come here. Let me actually screen record right now. So I'm gonna do 375 grams of this on every plate. So 375 grams has 474 calories, 38.9 is carbs, 18.9 is fats, and 34.6 grams protein. So 375 grams. I think everyone knows how to. If you don't, just let me know if you don't know how to use this weighing scale, and maybe I can show you. So I'm just measuring out 375 grams in each. Oops. I think it's kidogo. I think I'm gonna do more. Yeah, I think 470 is a better portion. So, oh Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna add these to 470 and then I'll only have 4 meals. So we have 4 meals, 4 high protein meals. Then we do the same for the chicken. For the chicken, I'm gonna do it a bit different. So I'm gonna measure the whole of it just to get the macros, and then when I'm eating, I'm just gonna be, I don't know, measuring, because I have the whole amount. Like if this comes to 700 grams, then I'll have the macros for the whole 700 grams. And then when I'm serving, I'm gonna measure out, like if I'm eating 200 grams, I'm just gonna remove 200 grams and get the macros for that. And this one I'm gonna store it all together. Reason being, I might do it with rice, I might do it with potatoes. Yeah, so that's it. I'm trying to make sure I get every single bit of the chicken, including the soup. Don't forget the soup. So it's come to 16 grams. So I'm gonna come to the app once again. So yeah, so that's it. That's how I do it. If you have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll try to explain them as best as I can. Okay, so those are the meals. The granola I'm gonna pack later. I still have some from last week, so I'm gonna finish this first. I'm gonna eat this actually like right now and then clean this, let it dry, and then I'm gonna pack it. And then tomorrow we'll boil the sweet potatoes and the eggs. If you want to see more of how I now pair out my meals, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok where I share what I eat in a day. So when I'm eating, like for this, I'm still gonna add some veggies and probably an avocado. So yeah, so that's basically how I've been planning my meals. Just to make sure I'm getting all my calories in. I'm supposed to eat 2440 just to gain weight, at least 0.5 kgs every single week. So yeah, wish me luck, guys, and see you on the next one. I'm gonna end this video here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.